Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's about as ho as I can go.
How low can you go?
I can't ho, ho, ho very much. Well, Merry Christmas. I'm Perry along with Paulina.
Good morning.
And Steve.
Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Yeah, nice to see you folks. And Merry Christmas to you all. Well, here we are, Christmas time, and a lot going. Look at it. We have our little eggnog. Isn't that nice? We got Christmas cookies. We got all kinds of good things on. This is the Dove Christmas show, and we got some fun things. What's your favorite thing about Christmas?
What is my favorite thing about Christmas? I would say eating food that you normally don't eat any other time of the year.
Okay.
That's what it is. Strange, exotic, and weird.
Fun food.
Yeah.
Fun food.
Fun food.
Yeah.
How about you, Mrs. Lizer?
Well, I love about Christmas is that by the time we celebrate Christmas in Orthodox Church on January 7th, it's quiet. We can actually celebrate Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So you like the
go
quiet
to church,
of it.
you spend time with family, there's no craziness. And I love that time, yes.
And do you like food?
Of course. Yeah, especially after the fast that we have.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, we got all kinds of things. We got some fun things for the Christmas show. We got some very special guests coming in the studio to play some instruments.
Yeah.
We've got some great things that we have taken a look at around the valley, and we trust that you're having a great day and everything's safe in your household. But Steve, you had a chance to go down to the Criterion Theater.
Yes. They've done this for years, but this is the first time that I ever saw this and it's not just gingerbread houses, it's, shall we call, gingerbread art, if you want to say it. I mean, we've got the cookies like on the table here, you think of gingerbread, but we're talking about some stuff that's way over the top, and in fact, they even have a competition of it, and it was great to see all of this gingerbread architecture being made.
The Gingerbread Jubilee is a community event that we put on for the entire region, and it's a fundraiser for the Criterion, which is a nonprofit organization. And we have to raise about a third of our budget every year with fundraisers, and that includes our membership drive and sponsorship and some grant writing that we do, and also the Gingerbread Jubilee. This is the 11th annual. It began in 2003 as kind of a test balloon of, is this an event that the community would embrace? And it has grown every year. If we count all of the people who come to visit the community tour and our bakers and our volunteers and our auction attendees, probably upwards of 4,000 people are involved in any given year in recent years. It's even a misnomer to call them gingerbread houses because, as you can see, or if you come to the tour, you can see the extraordinary imaginations that people have. They use scenes from literature or from current movies or old movies or anything in their imagination, their own homes or the homes that they would love to live, a little cabin in a snowy woods. Anything their imagination can come up with, they then constructed in all edible ingredients to compete in the contest that we judged on Wednesday evening. And the top prize was $1,000. There are categories for adults and students and groups to compete. So it gets pretty competitive with people really trying to come up with the most unique ways to use all edible ingredients in the competition. I would not want to be a judge, and we say that every year as the judges come in. They are looking for artistic qualities. They're looking for how people express a theme. We didn't have a theme this year, which was kind of new for us, and it was exciting because everybody's imaginations just ran wild. They're looking at structural integrity, all kinds of categories in the judging. Every ingredient has to be edible. If someone turns in, people can still participate, but we put them in an exhibition-only category. They don't compete for the cash prizes. But for the cash prizes, as the gingerbreads come in, they're inspected to make sure they have met all the stringent requirements of the size and the height and whether everything indeed is an edible ingredient. If we did not have this event, we would not be able to do what we do for the community of bringing outstanding artists from around the world and also producing our Teen Musical Theater of Oregon program and our Next Stage repertory company, and also providing the facility to the community for the chorale, the symphony, the youth symphony. Any organization that wants to hold their event here can rent the theater as well. So to do the presenting and producing and providing that we do for the community, we depend on the community's support at this event and also with our other things like membership and sponsorship. We've heard that there are other competitions, I think, on the East Coast. We believe that ours is probably among the largest on the West Coast, if not the largest, for prize money and the extraordinary nature of the craftsmanship and the artistry in these.
Wow.
There you have it. Amazing creations,
wow.
Huh?
Those were beautiful.
Yeah,
and part of the competition is they have to be edible.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. What great imagination.
And they had families getting involved, you know, mothers and daughters and all of this, and sometimes they'd enter them in different categories too, because they had like a youth category, and I mean, it's far more involved than I thought it would be. It was pretty amazing.
And the variety of Christmas trees.
Yeah,
Gingerbread
the imagination.
houses.
Yeah.
Just anything from the characters, the animations, I mean, it's...
Movies and...
everything.
Wow.
Gingerbread houses and everything.
Well, listen, we had a chance to talk to our good friend, Mr. Steve Best from the UK, and we call him the British guy around here. And as you know, he used to be on the air here, but now he is at the United Christian Broadcasters headquarters in Stoke-on-Trent, England. We thought it would be fun to Skype him in and talk to him about what are the traditional celebrations, what happens in the UK during the Christmas time. And so let's Skype him in and see what he has to say. Well, on this Dove Christmas special, we are forever grateful to have a very special person with us, one of our own. He's on loan now back to his homeland of the UK. Sir Best, we call him, Steve Best, and you see him here on the morning when we have on Wednesdays. We usually Skype him in. But Steve, Merry Christmas, my friend. How you doing, buddy?
Merry Christmas. Good to speak to you. You know what? It feels like being at home over there just to be able to even come on for your Christmas special. I'm really honored to be here.
Well, we miss you terribly and look forward when the Lord dispatches you back.
Well, I tell you what, I'm coming over in September of 2014 for a couple of weeks, so I'll definitely pop in and see you then.
Okay. Well, listen, you're working on Christmas Day. How'd that happen?
Well, you know, we take it in turns here at UCB in the UK. We have a small team that comes in for Christmas, and then another small team comes in for New Year. And so not everyone has to do it every year, but, you know, it kind of works out every 2 or 3 years you have to do it. But it's actually quite nice because, you know, you get to talk to people who might be a bit lonely at Christmas, and they can call in and stuff, and we get to play them some nice music. So it's actually quite good fun.
Okay. Well, we'll have some cookies over here, or biscuits as you call them. We'll have some cookies over here in your honor. Hey, listen, give us a little feel. What do you Brits do for Christmas? What's kind of the norm over there?
Well, the one thing that we do that not everyone does in the States is we tend to have what you have at Thanksgiving, the turkey and everything. We have that at Christmas. Lots of people do turkey. A few people have goose. Some people have beef. But it's a big turkey dinner. But the main difference, and this is where I think some of you guys might need educating, is we roast our potatoes. We don't mash them. And they're absolutely amazing.
Really? So you,
yes,
you put anything on them?
Not really, no. What you do is you chop your potatoes up a little bit, maybe into 2 or 3, and then you parboil them, and then you stick them in the oven in some fat, and they go nice and crispy on the outside and really soft on the inside. They are so tasty. Ah,
that's wonderful. Well, one of the big things now is, and you mentioned it earlier in the week when we talked to you, is the Queen gives a speech, a televised speech, and that's right at midnight or something like that?
Oh, no, it's in the middle of the day, actually. It's at 3 p.m.
All right. Tell us about it.
This has been going on since the 30s, actually. King George V was the guy who started it. And I think he just wanted to sort of demystify the monarchy a bit, because back in those days, nobody ever saw the king. And you kind of felt cut off, you know. So what happened is he started it. I think it started on the radio originally. And then a few years later, they brought it in on television. And what happens is now, it's about a 10-minute broadcast that the Queen records about a week beforehand, and it goes out on as many TV channels as want to take it, which is usually quite a few of them. And it's basically a chance for her to almost like report back on what happened over the course of the year. There's lots of video footage specially shot of what she's been up to. And there's always, because as you know, the Queen is a Christian, there's always a great gospel message in there as well. So it's a real institution. And certainly in my family, we would never have any presents until we'd watched the Queen's speech at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How's that for self-control?
Whoa, that's self-control. Okay. You don't think there's any thought that she'd be abandoning the throne or anything like that in this speech?
I doubt it. No, I mean, she's not really showing any signs of weakening it with age. I mean, she's just as sharp as before. The Duke of Edinburgh is a little bit less with it, let's just say. But no, she's not showing any signs of wanting to go at the moment. No.
What about Prince George? How much attention is given to him on this Christmas Day?
Well, this is going to be fun for the royal family because I think I'm right in saying it's his first Christmas, so they're going to have a lot of fun. A couple of weeks ago, I heard Paulina talking about what the royal family do and going to an unpronounceable place. I think it's probably Balmoral up in Scotland they'll go to, or possibly Sandringham. Those are the two big estates they have. And they go to church, and then, as I say, on the day after Christmas, they go out shooting. But I think George is going to be at the centre of everything. But I think I recall Steve saying that he's probably going to be more interested in the boxes and the paper than what they actually give him.
I would imagine. Okay, now, Boxing Day. Did that originate there in Britain?
Yes, and what the theory about Boxing Day, see, the difference between the States and UK is you have Christmas Eve off, and then you work the day after Christmas, don't you?
Right, right.
Here, we work Christmas Eve, and then we have the 26th, which we call Boxing Day. That is a holiday, so it's a bit different. That's why I was confused when I lived over there. It was a bit confusing. But Boxing Day, it gets its name, we think, from when all the presents that have been given the day before and all the wrapping paper were put into boxes to store them. And that's pretty much it. It's not about fighting as far as we're aware anyway.
But that's pretty much practiced throughout all the Commonwealth countries now, isn't it?
Yes, Boxing Day is very much recognised. I'm not sure about Canada. Maybe they do it as well. But it's a big holiday. It's basically a chance to recover from the day before. And there's usually some movies on. And, you know, as I said, the royal family goes out hunting and shooting. And lots of people like to do that. So it's a great holiday. And to be honest with you, I kind of prefer having that day off to Christmas Eve because this gives you a chance to recover a bit, you know. Yeah,
that's for sure. All right, finally, I know you are a great lover of Brussels sprouts. And as you know, Peggy fixed those for you one Christmas and Thanksgiving. Are you going to be able to get some on this holiday?
Absolutely, yes. Peggy did a wonderful job, incidentally. It's a great recipe with bacon bits as well and stuff. But yes, in answer to that, yes. I'm actually going to my Christmas dinner with my boss, who is going to be working with me over Christmas. So they've taken pity on me. I have to stay here at the UCB headquarters throughout Christmas and New Year for security reasons. So I have to make sure I'm guarding the place. So I'll be here by myself. But I'm going to get plenty of Brussels sprouts. I can absolutely guarantee that.
Okay. Well, Sir Best, on this Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your sweetheart mom. We love her dearly. Can't wait to see her again. And to your brother and all of your extended family and everybody there at UCB Europe. Merry Christmas from all of us here at the Dove.
Well, thank you so much, and a really Merry Christmas to all your viewers and your listeners, everyone there at the Dove family, who I missed greatly, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Have a great time.
I have my horns on. Put yours on.
Oh, right. Here they go.
There we go. Okay, from one reindeer to the other. I think you're Rudolph.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See you, pal.
You know, Steve mentioned that he's guarding the UCB thing. I'd love to have a picture of seeing him in that Beefeater's outfit that I'm sure he has to be wearing when he's out there at the guard gate.
Oh, there you go. Well, anyway, I do like the idea of the Boxing Day.
Yeah,
it's the day after Christmas. It's actually considered the holiday. We celebrate, you know, Christmas Eve. We take Christmas Eve off. Well, they take Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day off. So not too bad.
And Russians just take everything.
Just box.
No, 11 days between New Year and Christmas.
Oh, wow.
The whole country is
well, but it's kind of frozen, especially in Siberia, isn't it? Yeah. Why not?
Party big time. All right, well, coming up, the largest artificial Christmas tree, the smallest Christmas card, and many other world records. Plus, we have a very special performance from Cascade Christian High School, and the students are warming up as we speak. So that's all coming up. Hi, I'm Paulina, and I work at theDove TV. Did you know that when you support theDove TV, you have a profound impact, not only in our community, but around the world? It's your continued support that takes the inspiration and hope in the programs we produce and makes them available to the thousands of people who are watching these videos online every week. Help bring encouragement and hope to our valley and beyond by making a secure online donation today at our website, thedove.us.
Hi there, this is Bob Gass, author of The Word for You Today, your daily devotional. And I want to wish you a very blessed Christmas.
Well, he's one of our special guys, and he writes the daily devotional called The Word for You Today, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are now printing over 9 million of those worldwide. So it's quite a deal. And if you've never had one, you contact us here at theDove. We'll send one out to you right away. Well, I don't know what you're planning to do over the rest of the Christmas week, but you may want to take in one of the classic athletic events here in Southern Oregon. And it is the Christmas Classic Basketball Tournament out at Cascade Christian High School. And our own Jim McCoy has an update on that.
Welcome back. Well, it's just about Christmas time, and we've made the transition from football to hoops. And coming right up will be the Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic over at Cascade Christian High School. And that means for about 3 days, the school's going to become basketball central. With me is the tournament director, David Henry, who's also an assistant coach with the team. David, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, tell us about this tournament. I know for the insiders, everybody knows this has been around for a while. It's become a pretty big deal. But there may be a lot of people who maybe been busy with other things, and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, it's basketball season. Tell us more about the tournament and what's coming up.
Absolutely. Well, this has become the most prominent basketball tournament in the Rogue Valley over the last several years, and it's also the largest size-wise on the West Coast for high school. We are going to have 26 teams this year, varsity and unlimited division, ranging from 1A schools up to 5A Ashland this year. So we're really excited, a lot of returning champions, and it's going to be a good field.
Well, not only do you have a good quantity of people showing up for this, I understand the quality is really high this year as well.
It's great. We actually have, on both boys and girls side, multiple level returning state champions, from Valley Catholic girls to the North Valley Knights on the boys side, as well as some younger, smaller school teams that have done really well as well.
So now where's this going to be going on at? Because I know a lot of the activity is going to be at Cascade Christian, but I know Phoenix has always lent a hand as well.
Absolutely. Well, fortunately this year we have remodeled facilities at Cascade Christian. So we'll have 2 gyms there, and then also 1 court going over at Phoenix High School. So it's going to be a great tournament this year, and we're excited to have all the volunteers at both locations once again.
All right, and then when is this going on?
It'll be this December 26th through the 28th, so Thursday through Saturday, just after Christmas. So it'll be good to have everyone home still, so they can come watch younger siblings and all the family members. But you know, it's a lot of local teams, so we expect a high turnout, maybe even more so than we have in the past.
Well, a lot of moving parts with it. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how people can kind of follow along a little bit about, okay, my team won yesterday. When's their next game? Who are they going to play? How might they follow along media-wise, so to speak?
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be having a lot of focus in the newspaper, as well as Facebook and Twitter accounts that we have for our basketball program. And also we will be on the Dove radio for the Cascade varsity games.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll keep you up to date at our website as well. That is the Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic. That's going on December 26th through 28th. David Henry, Tournament Director, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great.
Well, there you go. If you want to take in a little basketball, it is one of the classic things that happens in Southern Oregon. A lot of teams run through there. By the way, you haven't been over to the Cascade High School's new gym and seen the floor.
I haven't.
And the 2 new basketball courts they put in. It's spectacular. Absolutely beautifully done. So anyway, so world records on Christmas. Let's see, snowball fight.
I'm sure there is one.
Number of people in sleigh.
Tallest tree?
That would be a fun one.
It would be a fun one.
We've done number of people in a tent. My family have.
Oh, really?
A fun thing to
like
do.
a camping tent?
Yeah, and you just stuff as many people as... Okay, that's a different story. All right, so...
Lights on a Christmas tree.
Yes. Remember we had the story from Australia? People put out like 500 lights
on
outside.
Yeah.
It's just... I'm sure you can see it from space. Steve, Pierre, you guys like Christmas trees, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you set one up in your house, or you usually?
Well, I've got the inflatable one almost. It's like 5 seconds, and up it goes. And you plug it in, it's already got the light.
Came in a box this thick.
It did. It's one of the best things from Amazon.com you ever got.
99.99.
That's right.
What about you? You like artificial trees?
Well, yeah, we have one. It's beautiful. It comes with the lights already on it, and it's gorgeous. But I like this one here. This one's a live blue spruce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? How tall, high is the largest artificial tree?
Oh, artificial. Oh. I'd almost think it'd be like in Dubai or someplace where they can't grow real ones. I'd say 45 feet.
The artificial one was in Brazil.
Brazil?
So you didn't guess the...
No, I was wrong.
It was 170 feet.
Whoa, baby. Was this in a mall?
I was outside, and it was covered in artificial foliage.
Oh.
Right? That was how you say it?
That would look weird in Brazil.
In Brazil, in 2002. Now, you mentioned Dubai.
They
do have a record. They have a record for the most expensive tree. Imagine that.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't it like $7 million or something?
11.
And gold?
Covered in jewelry, covered in gems, covered in metal that you can't even imagine.
Wow.
So Dubai has that record, Christmas tree with about 181 pieces of jewelry.
Amazing.
Highest artificial tree we covered, smallest Christmas card. There is even a record for that, yes.
Really?
Scientists in the UK decided that, hey, no one sends cards anyway, so let's play with it. They decided to save you some cost on buying a Christmas card, so they created one that you'll have to use a very high power microscope to see.
Wow.
It's so small that 82 hundredths of those cards will fit on a postage stamp.
Oh,
That's how small it is.
What did it say?
It has a picture of a Christmas tree. So it's not even a card. It's like,
wow.
So, but they can,
I guess they must have had a free afternoon. I had to come up with this.
They have technology to create it. There is a record for the largest Christmas candle ornament. Do you like candles on your trees?
Well,
That's kind of dangerous. You're talking about real ones?
No, the artificial.
Oh, artificial. Okay. Sure, why not?
The ornamental candle, measuring 3.9 meters. That's about 12 feet.
Wow.
That's the record. There are so many records. I was looking at, remember a couple of weeks ago, we had a story about the cracker chain in England, how they pop the crackers. Well, they even have the longest Christmas cracker. They have the longest chain. They have so many records, but there are a lot of records who are not tapped yet. So go for it. Maybe we can create a record here in Oregon.
Okay.
The longest something.
Let's see. The longest sleigh ride?
Yeah. Oh, Mount Ashland, something like that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
With their birthday anniversary, yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, we have something really, really special for you on the Dove Christmas Special. In Studio B, you saw them warming up just a little bit ago, was the Cascade, well, actually, it's the Cascade Flute Ensemble, and they are going to play for you now some beautiful music.
that's great.
Well, there you go, from Cascade Christian High School and their flute ensemble. Thanks, ladies, for coming in and doing that
Weren't
for
they
us
wonderful? And they were such
Yeah.
a delight to have them in Studio B.
Yeah.
And just watching them work so hard to be here today.
And they were out there practicing. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, coming up, we've got more, sports stuff. The holidays certainly are all of that. And I don't know if you realize it, but it's the largest high school holiday basketball tournament in the West. And it happens right here in Oregon. Jim McCoy will be talking about that. Plus, we're going to give you kind of a behind-the-scenes view of the Providence Festival of Trees. If you didn't have a chance to make it out this year, or you haven't ever seen it before, you will get a glimpse of all of that coming up.
Hi, John Mittendorf here. I want to wish all of the listeners and the viewers to the Dove a very Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm Daniel and I work at theDove TV. You know, compared to Portland, Seattle, and LA, Medford might be considered a small market, but at theDove, we're excited about the opportunity to make a big impact right here in our community. And you help make that happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us now by making a secure online donation at our website, thedove.us, or by phoning 541-776-5368.
Merry Christmas. This is Kurt Bennett from D.A. Davidson and the Bennett Financial Group, and we just want to give you a holiday greeting, a Merry Christmas, and may you celebrate Christ this season.
Well, thank you, Kurt, one of our special people here at the Dove. Well, listen, we have mentioned earlier that one of the largest, and I think you said, Steve, one of the largest high school basketball tournaments on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's amazing, right here in Southern Oregon.
And it happens, over the next couple of days, and you may want to run out to Cascade and take a part of it, because there's some great basketball teams and a lot of action, and you'll have a lot of fun. Plus, it's indoors, so it's kind of warm, so it'll be kind of nice. So let's check in with Jim McCoy and get an update on that again.
Welcome back with sports. Jim McCoy along with Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic Tournament Director David Henry. He's also an assistant coach at Cascade Christian High School. Going on the 26th through the 28th, it will be the Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic. Great basketball tournament. David, not only do you have a lot of teams that will be participating in the tournament, but you have a great quality of high school basketball that will be played. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. Well, we have teams ranging from 1A to 5A. North Valley Knights are, again, one of the highlight teams this year. They were the 4A state champions last year, along with the Valley Catholic girls on the 3A side of it. They are returning most of their studs from their state championship run last year, and then Mazama girls also. So we're looking forward to possibly a matchup in the championship game with those two. But you can't count the Challenger girls out, who have definitely a strong team this year. And then we're going to be looking at playing Ashland in the opening round on the boys' side, and then moving on to possibly Dayton, another semifinal rematch of last year, who's always a very strong team, and then Valley Catholic will be on the bottom side as well. So there's definitely a lot of great matchups, a lot of strong teams, and some players that have already signed Division I commitments to play next year. Gabe Taylor from Valley Catholic specifically. He's probably the player to watch in the 3A this year, and possibly at any level.
Well, and then also Jarrett Gray, a very talented guy, the point guard for Valley Catholic. So what you're basically telling us is that if people want to see some really good high school basketball, sports fan can't live on college football alone, that the tournament over at Cascade Christian is the place to be this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have some TVs in the lobby if we want to catch a little bit of football too. But the highlight games each day are going to be fantastic. St. Anne Christian is coming down again, Ashland, and then, like I said, Mazama. So we have a deep field this year, probably deeper than we've ever had from top to bottom. And then New Hope is also coming over, and they returned quite a few of their players from last year too.
Before I let you go, I know that this tournament, being involved with it, is something that takes a lot of moving parts to make it all work. Let me give you an opportunity to kind of give a shout out to some of the folks that help you make this tournament work.
Absolutely. Well, they make my job a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. So Josh Davis is kind of my right-hand man, as well as Brian Morris, of course, our head coach. And then Brian and Lori Miller, Kara and Ken Laws, Lisa Sellers, Don Whiff. They just kind of make everything happen. So once the tournament starts, I can kind of focus on, little details here, but mostly just coaching my teams. So it's been a great several years working with all of them. It pretty much stays the same every year, even though most of them don't have kids at the school anymore, and they just love helping and they stick around.
Well, one of the things you have to like is that you can follow along what's going on. We'll be broadcasting the Challenger Boys in action on Friday and Saturday on the Dove Radio. You can also stream it at theDove.us. You can follow along that way. But by all means, if you're in town and you want to see some good basketball, come out to the Southern Oregon Subaru Christmas Classic. That's going on at Cascade Christian in the Pavilion. Also, we'll have information at theDove.us on how you can follow along through social media and websites and such as to what's going on and where to be. David, thanks for your time this morning and good luck at the tournament.
Thanks for having me.
Well, there you go. And if you're a basketball fan, you're not going to want to miss that. Some great basketball. It is there at the Pavilion at Cascade Christian High School. And by the way, if you can see through all the feet, look at the new floor. It's pretty impressive. All right. Well, Mr. J, you went to the Festival of Trees?
I did, and I was trying to think, I've been here for so many years, and I think I went once and saw it, and I don't know why I didn't go back before, because I got a chance to see it again this year, and what was cool about this is that, we had a whole lot of snow on the night that all this stuff was supposed to happen, so you may not have made it out there. You don't have to worry about it because we took some pictures to give you an idea of what this festival is all about. If you haven't seen it, this will be a great thing to see for the first time. If you've been there before, well, you can revisit it and see what the theme was this year.
We have 38 large trees and then dozens of mini trees, tabletop trees, wreaths, and so on. And these are people of all over our community that are just dedicated to helping Providence meet our mission. They plan from January and February all the way until now on both their design, what they would like their theme to be for their tree. They put all kinds of hours and time into planning, and they do it all in support with businesses in town who help sponsor the trees. They help create some of the funding opportunities to go out and buy the decorations and really kind of deck the halls, if you will, of this armory here in Medford. The Festival of Trees began with a bunch of community members who saw the need to raise some money to support what the good work that happens at Providence Hospital. And so it's into our 22nd year now. Yeah, can you believe that? 22 years. And it's been raising money to support just creating a really healthy community through that Providence health system. So we support the hospital. This year's event is to raise enough money to purchase a new robot, and that's to support the robotic assisted surgery. Now that sounds really fancy, but what it means is just better care. The surgeons, the highly qualified individuals who know how to use this high technology can provide better care for individuals who are in need of surgery, and that's prostate, urology, gynecology, and really what it does in the long run is makes a better experience for that patient. Shorter stay, less blood loss, quicker recovery, and it's a big deal. The surgeons in town certainly understand that it's a big deal to have this equipment and technology. We like to open up this event to multiple venues. So first is our dinner and auction. It's a big gala night where we have wonderful sponsors and buyers who come in, purchase these trees through an auction, a live auction and a silent auction, and all of those proceeds then go to the foundation. Then we have a big holiday party, and that celebrates the designers, the sponsors, and so on, and that features some really great food vendors, beverage vendors in our community, and it's a nice night for a celebration, and that kind of kicks off the whole weekend. One other opportunity this year, new to Festival of Trees, is called the Teddy Bear Hospital. So it's a really neat chance for kids to bring in their own bears or purchase a teddy bear here, and they'll take it up to this Teddy Bear Hospital and get an x-ray done. And that x-ray then will show, some kind of injury or something, and the kids then get to help treat that injury. And best of all, they're going to walk away with the understanding that hospitals are not scary, that, not to be afraid of the pokes and things, and get to know the people that are really working in the hospital. And hopefully they'll be a little bit more, a little less fearful, we'll say, when they go to the hospital or doctor next. we have a great mix of individuals, people that have benefited from Providence, and then also representatives of corporations, of family-owned businesses in our community who know the good work that happens and support it. So they come in, and I think it's probably a family tradition for a handful of folks to come in and get their Christmas tree for the year thanks to this event.
Beautiful trees, weren't they?
Wow,
I like those.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
A whole array of things, and boy, if you get a chance next year, go if you can. I realize the weather this year kind of played a factor in a lot of people getting out to see it, but all the money goes to a good cause, and boy, those trees are fabulous.
And it really transformed the armory. I had to remind myself, I was in the armory, which is normally kind of a noisy place and everything, but it just turned it into a whole different environment.
All right, so what about some movies?
Well, you know, there's all sorts of things that can impact you, and you think that at Christmas time, you've heard everything before, multiple times. It's kind of nice to be surprised by something as simple as like 8 notes. You might be surprised by these notes.
My mama told me something when I was growing up that has forever changed my life. She played the piano at our little church at 3rd and Pine Street for 37 years. She tried to teach me to play the piano, but I wasn't very good. She would teach me the names of the notes, what a major key is, what a minor key is. She tried to teach me musical theory, but I was just bored. Then, one day, she told me that the best news in the world is found by playing a simple scale on the piano. I had no idea what she meant, so she told me to play an 8-note scale. So I did. I said, "How is that good news?" And she said I played it incorrectly and that I needed to play it the other way. So I did. Again, I said, "How is that good news?" And she said I played it the right way, but I needed to add the pauses. The pauses? She said, "The pauses. Add them on the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and last note." Now, I was frustrated and said, "How can 8 notes with random pauses be the best news in the world?" Then I got up, walked away, and went outside. Frankly, I didn't care what she was talking about. I didn't like playing the piano anyway. Well, years later, my mama got sick and passed away. As I was thinking about her, I remembered what she told me about the piano. Not only that, I still remember the notes she told me to pause. The 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and last note. So I sat down at her piano and played the scale with the pauses. And that's when I realized the good news she was talking about.
What you thought you knew all over again, huh?
Wow,
amazing.
That's powerful.
Well, coming up, another special performance from Cascade Christian High School. We have a band and a singer with a very, very special song coming up. And also, who is Santa Claus? And are we getting any gifts this year? That's all coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Hi, I'm Brian Platt with Jackson County Right to Life, wishing all Dove viewers and listeners the merriest of Merry Christmases as we celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Hi, I'm Paula, and I work at the Dove TV. Every day we get letters and emails from people who've been encouraged, blessed, and challenged by the programs on the Dove TV. But we couldn't do it without you. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to bring inspiration and hope to our community by making a secure online donation at our website, thedove.us, or call us at 541-776-5368.
Hi, I'm Tim Elbert from Four Seasons Nursery, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
There you go.
Hey, you too, Tim.
Hey, Tim, where'd you get that Santa hat?
Speaking of Santa, Santa Claus, St. Nicholas. Last year we had a wonderful presentation by Pastor Pete talking to us about St. Nicholas. Well, I was actually gonna find out some more information about the tradition, about the custom of having Santa Claus and what exactly does he do, and are we getting Christmas gift this year? Well, turns out we actually have a chance to meet Santa Claus today.
Really?
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! How are you all?
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Thanks, appreciate it. Have a chair.
Thank you very much. Have you all been good this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Been a good boy.
Okay. Depends on who you talk to. Yes. I've been there. Yes.
Yeah. I got married.
You got married?
Yeah, isn't it good?
So much for being good.
Yeah. Hey, I waited for getting married and
30 years.
getting a husband.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patience.
Well, how you doing, Santa?
I'm doing swell.
Where'd you get that beard?
I grew it.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it cold outside?
It comes with it is cold outside, but not as cold as up north.
Does that beard come with duck calls?
No. Comes with beaver tails.
Oh, there you go.
So we're gonna get any gifts this year?
You are. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's see.
I think we're missing a couple, aren't we?
Is Jim and Jerry, are
Yeah,
they
I
here?
think you're right. We are. You mean gifts? Or people to get the gifts?
People to get the gifts.
Would
I've
like
got gifts for more people than what I've got here.
Okay.
Ah. Well, I think they're coming in.
Jim and Jerry.
Ah.
You get gifts? Okay.
Oh, Santa, you're such a legalist. Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody gets a trophy. Participation ribbon.
Yeah.
This is for Jerry.
Let's see, Jerry.
Okay,
Open
now,
fast,
you
open
guys
fast.
want me to open it?
Yes, we have to see what it is. Because we all know
it
which one.
is-
Oh, it's a box.
It's a box with lights?
Christmas lights.
No.
Yeah. Thank you,
Santa.
You're welcome.
I wasn't this good.
You got
I
fit.
know. That's all you got. You should have seen what the other gift was going to be. Now, Terry.
Hey. Oh, okay. I got to get going here real quick. All right.
Yes.
Oh, I want the candy cane for later.
Let's pass on the gifts and start opening them.
Okay.
Pass them on.
Who's that? For me? Oh.
Ah, it looks like a sweater.
Jim.
Oh, I got an airplane. Thank you. Yeah.
I got an airplane.
I got my
Makes you a
airplane.
sky pilot.
Right.
I got a baby blanket.
Once again, so much for being good.
I'm good. I'm doing very good.
Nice.
Jim, what'd you get?
Jim got this.
Super Bowl tickets.
Will you take it with you, Jim?
Super Bowl tickets.
I have a famous masterpiece. It's got to be worth at least $40 million.
That's original.
That's right.
Yes,
it is. It is. Good. It's even autographed.
Yes, it is.
By Santa.
By Santa.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Santa.
Absolutely. We wanted to make
great.
it special, so I signed
You
it for you.
have. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Santa. Where's
That's
home
good.
for you,
That's
Santa?
great.
Where's home?
Yeah.
Up north, of course. The North Pole. You're old enough to know where I live, aren't you, Terry?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, you've heard the story before.
Oh, is it the same one?
It is the same one, yes.
Nothing new, nothing novel.
St. Nicholas.
Yeah, St. Nicholas.
Yes.
Well, nice to see you, Santa. Thank you so
great.
much.
Absolutely.
I love my airplane.
That's
Thank
terrific.
you.
Is this an omen for Paulina?
I believe so. Isn't that the next step?
God is in charge.
God is in charge. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
His
well,
design.
well, thank you, Santa.
Well, Merry
Santa.
Christmas to
Merry
all of
Christmas.
you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Merry
And we'll
Christmas.
see you
Thank you,
again
Santa.
if you
All right.
happen to stay up late.
Your reindeer are waiting for you out there.
Yes, they are.
You got a lot
Thank
more
you,
to
Santa.
deliver,
Bye.
don't
To
you?
keep her, Santa.
Oh,
Thank you.
Good.
It's a keeper.
Merry Christmas.
All right, see
Merry
you later.
Christmas.
Well, there you go. Got my airplane.
He's gone.
All right. Well, that is really, really, really special. I didn't know that. That was a fast one there, Pauline. That's good.
Right.
listen.
Didn't
I did
expect
nothing.
Santa. Yeah.
Over in Studio B, we have taken out all the flutists and we brought in a whole band. The Cascade Christian High School mini band and vocalists are performing for you right now.
I have traveled many moonless cold and weary, with a baby inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your son. I am waiting in a silent prayer. I am frightened by the Lord I bear, in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, lighten my darkness. Pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven. Do you wonder as you watch my face, if I was a one that should have had my place? But I offer all I am. It's to the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong. Help me be. Help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, light in my darkness. Pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven.
Absolutely beautiful.
That was great.
Beautiful. Well, we got a whole studio full of guests, as you can see, and Paulina's going to put us all on the spot with one of her trivia questions, right? Okay.
Yeah, not everybody can share what we normally get embarrassed about because we don't know the answers.
No. Well, I'll give you a couple.
Okay.
Who wrote A Christmas Carol?
Dickens.
Good job.
Chuck, I call him.
What song does Lucy ask Schroeder
Yes.
to play on his piano on the Charlie Brown Christmas?
What child is this?
No.
Lo, how a rose are
Jingle
blooming.
bells.
Ah.
Jingle bells. All right. Let's see. What Christmas song has the line, I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer?
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Bing Crosby. What was
Holly
the
Jolly Christmas.
Oh, Burl Ives, right? Isn't he the one that did that? Yeah.
Santa, you should have known that. Ho, ho, ho.
One more.
All right.
According to a popular song, what did a reindeer do to Grandma?
She ran him over. That's a good ending to our Christmas special.
to control that Santa.
Well, from all of us here at the Dove, we want to say to you and your family, Merry Christmas. And don't forget that Christmas is about Jesus. Okay, am I do that right on
You did, yeah.
It's about Jesus and his coming to the world and being the light of the world. And we trust that you and your family will celebrate him coming to the world and him being in your life. Thank you so much for all that you do in supporting the Dove. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hi, I'm Jim, and I work at the Dove TV. Every weekday between 6 and 8 a.m., our award-winning news and sports team bring you the best morning show around. It's live, it's honest, and it's a whole lot of fun. And you help make it happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to air local programs that share your voice by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us.